Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Enfys Tarot. Today is September 6th, 2024. And as I'm shuffling today, I just want to invite everyone to take a moment with me and send out some gratitude for all of the people in your life who really bring you comfort and joy and strength, people who bring you fun, the people who you can call up and talk to, the mentors that have helped you out throughout your journey. Any of those people in your life who you just are excited to see, those people who have brought something to you, and the people who have created a space for you to be your highest self, to bring out the very best in you. So while I'm shuffling, let's just take a quiet moment and send out some gratitude and think of those people. You can include yourself in that list of people to send gratitude toward. When I started reading tarot, I was really young. I was just a kid. And at that time, it was, kind of not the thing to do. It was something that you were kind of quiet about. You didn't really talk to people about because they might judge you harshly. And there's this cute little saying that, like, when someone starts coming out and practicing the things that they're really tapped into, like tarot or spell casting or getting into crystals or theta healing. It's called coming out of your broom closet, which I think is adorable. And as I've been coming out of my broom closet, I have been meeting some of the most incredible people who are along this journey with me. And it reminds me of that poem by Shel Silverstein, the one about masks. I will maybe put a link or something in the comments section. He was always one of my favorites growing up and has continued to be even as an adult. And that poem about masks is just so true. It's so simple and elegant. And that's another person I can add to my list of being grateful for. But I went out yesterday and I traveled not very far to this really great place called Kismet's Epiphany, which is this cool little metaphysical shop in Fawn Grove, Pennsylvania. If you live on the East Coast and you haven't yet checked out this little shop, I really highly recommend it. They were doing this cool thing this week, and I think it might be a few weeks long, where you go in and for a nominal fee, they provide you with all of the material to create a witch's bell. And so I did that yesterday, and I want to show you guys my witch's bell. I put all this together using the materials that they had on site, and everything was included in this like nominal fee. So I got this really cool amber. Amber is something that connects us to light and good. It links us to our highest self. It's like a positive agent of change. So this is something that like you hang on your front door and it wards off any kind of bad energy. And then I've got a hag stone on here, and then the hag stone is for protection, and it's like emotional, physical healing, energetic healing, and really like taps you into your ancient wisdom, your ancestors and spirit guides and higher self. And then this is fulgurite, and that is a high vibration stone. It's for manifesting, purification, releasing things that no longer serve us. So I feel just really great about this little project that I spent time doing yesterday at this amazing little shop. And so I wanted to just put this in here so that you all could see. And if you do live near Fawn Grove, Pennsylvania, go and check out this store, Kismet's Epiphany. They even sell these little oils. This is protection oil. And this is the Archangel Michael oil, which is the protector. So I kind of like rubbed that oil over my wreath here, my witch belt. And I will hang this, you know, somewhere like on my doorknob, which I just wanted to share with you guys because there's just so much cool stuff out there that you can get involved in. And sometimes marketing is the hardest part for people in this industry. You know, they're not natural marketers or salespeople. I certainly am not. None of us really like to be pushy. It's all based on word of mouth. So anytime I find something that's of value, especially if I can help out a neighbor who's, you know, in my tribe, I'm going to do that. So I hope you enjoyed that little tidbit there. And I'm sending gratitude toward the owner of Kismet's Epiphany because it's a great little spot. And let's see where we're going with this today. I feel more grounded now that I have rooted in gratitude. We are coming up on the weekend, so I won't be checking in for the next couple of days until Monday. And it's always fun to see what's being released at the end of the week, what's being released and what we're bringing into the weekend with us. Sometimes we get clues for what to do and what not to do, what to look out for as we head into the weekend, because it is a shift. You know, it's that break from our daily list of tasks that we're so used to. This is popping out here. We've been getting this card a lot. That's the Eight of Swords. She's popping out there. We might have some self-entrapment, some self-imprisonment thoughts that we need to break free from. All right. Let's leave this up here. Oh, this is a lot of imbalance here. This is imbalance of family, imbalance of self, fear of conformity, but also it could be the entrapment of conformity. The Hierophant is in reverse, so that could mean that you need to step outside of the box, or you need to stop being so resistant to your tradition. And we've got Temperance in reverse, meaning that you are quite unbalanced. You're not able to fully realize yourself as it pertains to your environment. You're not comfortable in your own skin at the moment. You're having a hard time wielding your environment and making things happen. And it's due to an imbalance of resources, energy, people. It's an unequal distribution of wealth. And ultimately, there's a pain, there's a deep, deep pain that is going to be released as a result of working through all of this turmoil. So it's like it begins with this, the Eight of Swords, and those thoughts of self-imprisonment are interfering with all of the aspects of your life right now. It's like you're doubting everything. And it's based on a pain. It's based on a betrayal. It's based on a self-betrayal. And it's time to let that go. Maybe this is your weekend to be really picking things apart and focusing on it, because all these cards are upside down and they really do, I mean, family, self, religion, spirituality, community, these are all aspects of overall well-being and that holistic approach to living. And there's something blocking you. So you got to get rid of this. And in order to get rid of this, you got to lift that blindfold and apply your new perspective to all of these things because they're all being impacted right now. So take a look at those cards. See if there's any symbolism in any of these cards that really call out to you, that really feel like they're resonating with you. I'm going to hold each one up. Okay, so this one pertains to your family, generational wealth, abundance, the things that you pass down from generation to generation, physical or spiritual. I mean, it is a pentacle card, so it usually does focus on the physical aspects of the world. You know, it's an earth element, so things that are tangible, earthly abundance. But oftentimes, our generational quote unquote curses that come about by way of, you know, ancestral curses, like real curses, and also just teaching, just your environment from one generation to another, the way that they talk to each other, their values, their systems, the way we pass things down to our children based on what we've learned from our parents and grandparents. That's also in this card. So take a look at that. This is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and this is all about self-love. This is really, really important. You see the difference. The Queen of Pentacles is sitting in this beautiful garden, right? And this is where everything flourishes. And it's really, really tough to create abundance and fulfillment if you are treating your soul like a desert and you're not feeding it and loving it, okay? Nothing's going to spring forth from that. So you really want to focus on that. If this is the card that's calling out to you right now, please take note of it and see what you can do to increase self-love. If you're in a place of any kind of self-loathing right now, you want to do some meditations, you want to go outside, focus on eating healthily, exposing yourself to healthy media, reach out to a therapist, you know, if you feel like you need to do that, if you're in that kind of place. Pay attention to that card. This card, again, the Hierophant in reverse, could indicate that you are doubting your religion, your institutions that you have been leaning on. You are feeling betrayed by some of the dogma. It can mean that it's time for you to break out of that box and start beating, you know, at the rhythm of your own drum. It can also mean that you are resistant to accepting the lessons that we can be taught. You know, there is wisdom to be passed down, especially, you know, when you're talking about your family, your generational lessons. So there are lessons that are of value, and you want to make sure you're not throwing out the baby with the bathwater, okay? So figure out which one of those pertains to you with the Hierophant, and then work that out. Get questions answered. If you're feeling doubtful about some of the institutions you've been leaning on, reject the dogma, right, that isn't serving you, that isn't resonating with you, and then take the lessons that are resonating with you along on your journey. You know, that's something of value. Temperance in reverse. I mean, you can see this card is so much about balance, passing the water between these two vessels, 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the water. That's our link to, you know, grounding and our subconscious, our higher self. So if you are feeling out of whack right now, if you're feeling unbalanced, this is a card that really does encourage you to do some meditations, okay? Really tap in to your self-healing right now. You're not quite tuned in, and you need to raise your vibration. And the easiest, quickest path to do that is just go outside, sit down quietly, and do some breathing meditations, do some grounding work, okay? Now, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, you can see, is a lack of balance. When it's upright, this denotes an individual who has resources and they know how to share those resources, and they're charitable. They help out their community as well as their family and themselves. There's a great deal of resource management here. When it's in reverse, something's not being taken care of enough, and it's because something else is getting too many resources. And that's all about balance. You know, really take a look, a wide scope look at your life right now. And if this card is resonating with you, then take a moment to see where you can more evenly distribute your resources. Okay, get yourself back on the ball. And ultimately, this Ten of Swords, this betrayal card being in reverse, is saying that all of the cards leading up to it, all of these, result in betrayal, right? Self-betrayal. And you've got to work this stuff out. You've got to figure out what's going on with you and get it worked out so that you can release this energy. This is the negative energy that is blocking you from reaching that next level. And that next level is it's part of your spiritual journey, but it's also the next level that gets you a little bit closer to the life that you intend to be living. That tapping into the higher self and getting on the same frequency that they're trying to get you on. If you can imagine yourself being tied to a higher being, a greater good version of yourself on another plane, you're attached by this umbilical cord, and they're trying to send you messages. And these are the messages that they're trying to send you, and they want you to be closer to their frequency. It's a constant search to get reconnected with your higher self and the universe. And you've got to let this pain go. It's painful. The process to get through it is not comfortable. They're lessons. These are each lessons. And we will continue learning these lessons until we really get it. And that is what this is talking about. So you've got to lift the blindfold and then be ready to let all of this go. All right. That was a lot for a Friday. Take some time this weekend and get re-centered and see what's going on so that we can go into the next part of our phase here with some additional clarity. I think that's enough for today. I'm going to pull one more card and see if there's some kind of guidance that can help us through all this. Now that we know what needs to be done, let's see if we can get a how to do that card. We are really being challenged here. This is not kindergarten stuff in that spread. This is senior level discernment. So anybody who is checked in today, you got to know that you're on a really, you are in a challenging part. You're probably an old soul. You probably have been through this life, lots and lots of times. You are being heavily challenged here. And that is why it feels hard, because it is hard. But you're here for a reason. They don't, the universe doesn't drop a newborn baby into the sea and say swim, there must be a reason that this is your challenge. Well, one more shuffle here. Oh my gosh, we have the World card. Okay, holy cow. Wow, I just got chills. I don't know about you guys. The World card reminds us that everything is a cycle. Okay, we are in a cycle of things, and things are constantly cycling. They're constantly moving, constantly changing. We are in that cycle all the time. We're in the center of it from our perspective. We're totally vulnerable. Let me hold this card up. We're completely vulnerable, right? That's why we are naked in this card. But we also have these batons, and these batons are our tools that help us wield our way around in this world. Okay, they're our GPS system. They're our rudders. You know, they're what we use to get through this life. And we also have the 4 elements here protecting us. All right. These are the 4 elements that are on our side. They're always on our side. And they're always trying to ease us and guide us into the next phase. And they are protecting us. They're protecting our soul. They're protecting our spirit. They're protecting our hero journey. And when the World card comes up, you got to know that this is big stuff that you're dealing with. This is, you know, your whole soul journey kind of situation. And the fact that this is in the upright position means that you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. And you are on the right track. This is not in the reverse position coming in here. If it was in the reverse position, I would say all of the same things, except that you're hitting a rough road and you just have to go through this, right? But it's not in the reverse position, it's upright. And that is saying that you are exactly where you need to be, and things are about to become absolutely amazing. So please take this with you today. Get a good look at this card and keep this in your mind today, and imagine yourself dancing through this plane of existence and getting the most out of every experience, because our job is to learn and grow, right? That's as much as we know so far. Maybe we don't know why we're learning and growing, but we know that we're here to do that. So do that and have fun with it. Get the most out of it. And I will, if I can, I will check in later tonight for a live reading, a free live reading. I think that based on that spread today, I should make the time. So definitely, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I am going to definitely do a live reading today. I will send out notifications. Please check back in. You'll get a free question. So share with your friends, like, subscribe, check back in later. Thank you for coming today. I know that was a lot, but we're all in this together. So just keep putting one foot in front of the other. All right. Thanks, guys.